Flight to Egypt. Matthew chapter 2, verses 13 through 15. Egypt. When they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up," he said. "Take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night, and left for Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod. And so was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet, "Out of Egypt I called my son." Matthew chapter 2, verses 16 through 18. Herod orders slaughter. When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious, and he gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity who were 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping in great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and refusing to be comforted, because they are no more. From infancy to manhood. After their brief stay in Egypt, Joseph and Mary returned to their home in Nazareth of Galilee, where Joseph resumes his trade as a carpenter. Over the next 10 years, Jesus continues to grow physically, mentally, and spiritually. There is no further record of Jesus until at the age of 12. He is taken to Jerusalem for the Passover celebration. At age 12, Jesus had reached the point at which a Jewish boy is soon to become a son of the law, which law he is expected to learn and obey. But Jesus' understanding of the law is far greater than that of other boys his age. After the Passover celebration is completed, Jesus' parents lose track of his whereabouts until they discover him in profound conversation with the learned rabbis. When his parents express their concern about his leaving them, Jesus gives a response, which indicates that even now he is aware of his divine sonship and role as the Messiah. Matthew chapter 2, verses 19 through 23, and Luke chapter 2, verses 39 and 40. Nazareth. Return to Nazareth. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel. For those who were trying to take the child's life are dead." So he got up, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus was reigning in Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. Having been warned in a dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee, and he went and lived in a town called Nazareth. So was fulfilled what was said through the prophets, "He will be called a Nazarene." And the child grew and became strong. He was filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him. Luke chapter 2, verses 41 through 50. Jesus visits Jerusalem. Every year, his parents went to Jerusalem for the feast of the Passover. When he was 12 years old, they went up to the feast according to the custom. After the feast was over, while his parents were returning home, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem. But they were unaware of it. Thinking he was in their company, they traveled on for a day. Then they began looking for him among their relatives and friends. When they did not find him, they went back to Jerusalem to look for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple courts, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. Everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were astonished. His mother said to him, "Son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously searching for you." "Why were you searching for me?" he asked. "Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house?" But they did not understand what he was saying to them. Luke chapter 2, verses 51 through 52. Nazareth. Growing up in Nazareth. Then he went down to Nazareth with them and was obedient to them. But his mother treasured all these things in her heart And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature, and in favor with God and men.